Alix, welcome back to my apartment. We're all spending more time at home, and it's even more important now to keep ample snacks around your house. And keeping snacks around is almost as important as doing my laundry. I definitely snack more than I do my laundry. Now, I also know that with this extra time at home, it's really easy to snack all day and have some trouble keeping things healthy. In comes granola. It's versatile, it's customizable, it's easy to make. There's really no going wrong. All right, let's get to it. It's granola time. For the base, as with most granolas, I am using rolled oats. I'm also gonna be adding some almonds. Now, you can use whatever nuts you have on hand. Walnuts, pecans, peanuts would work great, but almonds are what I have. We're also gonna be using smooth peanut butter. If you don't have smooth peanut butter, you can use crunchy peanut butter. You could use almond butter. The options are endless. We'll also be using some coconut oil. Coconut oil is great because it will act as almost like a glue, keeping everything together. For sweetness, I'm gonna be using maple syrup because this is what I have on hand. If you don't have maple syrup, you can also use honey or agave or any kind of sweetener. Finally, for flavor, we're gonna be adding salt, cinnamon, and vanilla. And that's it. All right, I'm getting snacky already, so let's get rolling on this granola. All right, so I have my 3 cups of rolled oats in my bowl. To that, I'm gonna add my ½ a cup of almonds. Again, you can use whatever kind of nut you have on hand. You could also swap out nuts for dried fruit or seeds. Seeds work great here too. My teaspoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon is also great because not only is it so flavorful, but it's super good for you too. It revs your metabolism. And you know, I could use all the help I can get nowadays. All right, so I'm gonna leave our oats alone for now and move over to the stove where I have a 1/3 cup of smooth peanut butter. Again, you can use whatever kind of peanut butter you want, crunchy, smooth. Using the peanut butter here will just give us a ton of flavor in the final result. And I just really love peanut butter, so that's what I'm doing. To this, I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. So I'm over medium heat and I'm just kind of melting this all down into a nice sauce. Next is our maple syrup. A teaspoon of salt. The salt is really nice here, not only for flavor, but also to bring out the other notes of sweetness in the granola. And lastly, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Ugh, I love vanilla so much. Sometimes I wear it as like a perfume. My cheap. So you definitely could do this in the microwave, but I actually don't have a microwave. It exploded once, long story. So I'm doing this over the stove, but it will work just the same. So it's fairly fast. I just needed to melt it down, but we're good. So now I'm just gonna pour our delicious peanut buttery sauce all over our prepared oats. Ooh, that looks so good. It also smells amazing. If I wasn't snacky before, I am now. What would be the equivalent of like hangry for snacking? Like snangry? I'm snangry. Okay, so now I'm just gonna mix this all up. It looks so good. I wanna make sure all the oats are covered in our peanut butter sauce mixture. Be careful because there's some pockets underneath, so you wanna really stir this pretty well. No oat left behind. All right, I've got a greased baking sheet right here. You can also use parchment paper if you have that at home. I'm just gonna pour our granola mixture right onto it and spread it out evenly. And now I'm gonna bake this at 325 degrees for about 25 minutes. And then we'll check on it and add some more fun stuff. All right, it's been about 25 minutes. I'm gonna check on our granola. And by the way, I cannot even begin to describe how good it smells in my apartment right now. Looks so nice and golden and toasty. So granola comes in many different kind of like shapes. If you want to chunk your granola with like bigger pieces in it, you're not going to want to stir it too much here. But if you want a looser granola where all the pieces are more broken up, then you can stir it more. Shake around. Just going to break some of it up. Next, I'm gonna add some unsweetened coconut flakes. If you don't have coconut flakes, you can add shredded coconut. If you don't have either of those, then you can skip it all together. The reason I'm adding it now is because the coconut toasts up really quick, and then we're just gonna bake it a little bit more so that the coconut toasts up but doesn't burn. And one last little stir. And back in the oven we go. I'm gonna be baking this again at 325 for another like 5 minutes, but you wanna be checking on this just to make sure it doesn't burn, because it can burn quickly. Woo! It's beautiful. Again, smells so good in here. So as you can see, the coconut has got some color on it. It's a little toasty and roasty. All right, our granola has cooled. Time for the final ingredient. We've saved the best for last. I'm adding some chocolate chips. Of course, we're adding it now that it's cooled so that they don't melt all over the place. Not all granola has to have chocolate chips, but you know what? I figured we could all use a little chocolate nowadays, am I right? So just spread that around, and that's it. All right, our granola is done. How easy was that? I swear, once you start making your own homemade granola, there is no going back to the store-bought stuff. And best part is, you can store this granola for up to a month at room temperature in an airtight container. I usually store my granola in a big mason jar with a lid on my countertop, so it's ready to go anytime I need a snack. Let's try it. That is so good. You've got some bigger pieces in there, and also the smaller pieces, and the chocolate. Don't forget the chocolate. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you want me to make anything else, let me know, and I'll catch you guys next time. It's snack time.
Oh, yeah.